Green Bay day to day. Oh boy, what a tough fucking week. Welcome back. It's your boy. It's your boy Beefy Bitch. We're doing a little week 1 recap. Talk what you can expect in week 2, ideally anyway. If this previous week is any indicator, I got no fucking idea what I'm talking about, but we'll keep it pretty quick. We want to keep it a nice 15, 20. Like I always say, 15 good minutes is better than 30 okay minutes or an hour of just, fucking prattling on. So you just going down the list here. The Bills demolished the Rams. We all know it. We've talked about it a million damn times. But the thing that I wanted to talk about from the game that was the most important thing for me is it just that the Bills are that good? Are we talking about, like that, like next level, like, it was 31-10. Is it that the Bills are that good, or that the Rams are developing serious questions in the secondary, even with Ramsey? Because it seemed like there was nothing anybody could do. They did force a couple of turnovers, but you still lost in such a convincing fashion. And Ramsey specifically, I think he allowed a perfect passer rating. So that's something to really consider. I'm not dogging the Rams. I think they'll still win their division. Sometimes you just get smacked in the face. You run into a juggernaut. Your quarterback throws 3 total picks. Holy cow! What a way to start the year. But sometimes I guess that's part of it. But I don't know. These are a few. I don't want to say straight games, but a few contests in a small portion. Like maybe 3 out of like the last 6 or 5 to 7, where it's like Ramsey didn't play like a stellar game. Okay, did the Packers take a step back? Maybe. Not they have a new offensive coordinator. Randall Cobb is probably the most trustworthy receiver there. And, at a certain point, it's like, I don't know how old he is, but he ain't young. So, there's going to be growing pains. I would have liked to have seen, I'm sure you've heard all about it. Christian Watson dropped that, just a fucking dime. It's like, bro, if your hands are like slightly... It was right fucking in front of him. I don't know, it's hard for me to I'm not defending it, obviously, but boy howdy. I sure would have liked to have seen him come down with that. And then that 4th and goal that kind of got botched, it's just like, I felt like it was obvious that they were going to run it with A.J. Dillon. And, can I ask, why is it that almost universally, the second that the Packers get clapped in the fucking mouth, okay, I guess we're just done? We're just done. I don't know. I'm not saying that there isn't any resilience. I have seen, but, I don't know. Is it a question of leadership or coaching or both? That it's just like, well, fuck it. If the game ain't there, the game ain't there. And to an extent, I would agree with that at a certain interval. When it's like, okay, they scored 32 in the first fucking quarter. It's like, well, what are we going to do? Of course, you can still claw back, and they had plenty of time. It looked like they were doing some movement, getting down the field with 11 to 12 minutes left in the game, and I don't know, just got away from us, I guess. Whatever, moving on. I'm not going to sit there and whine about the entire goddamn contest. Giants fucking stunned Tennessee. Holy cow, I did not see that coming. That was one of those games that I was like, Tennessee's gonna fucking wax them like a dum-dum. Is Saquon, all that I can really say is that Saquon still got it. Daniel Jones probably is still not the answer. And sometimes, again, opening week, you just kind of get surprised and you get beat. I don't think that the Titans are anything to necessarily worry about, especially because the Colts tied. So there you go. I don't, and which one is worse? That the Titans lost to the Giants, or that the Colts tied with the Texans? Both very hapless teams. I don't know. Neither one of them won. So whatever. A tie isn't a loss either. But still, Jacksonville managed to lose with I don't want to say like a big lead, but, they had to get the ball back a couple of times within just a few minutes left of the fourth quarter. So, a lot of questions come through like, oh, is Carson Wentz, like, back? There was a time when people were talking about, like, serious MVP consideration. I don't know about that. Is Trevor Lawrence bad? Again, I don't know if that's necessarily fair. But again, a lot of questions that are coming through that it's just, again, we didn't see anything before week 1 that's like we really want to talk about. And there's nothing that's really worth talking about, just because of the conclusion of week 1. What's up with Russ? I don't, I would, it's tough to play in that stadium. So now, he got a big dose of that, of having to come in and deal with the 12 rather than being a, recipient of what they can do. So, but fucking Geno played an incredible game, and I thought that they made some decent moves defensively, and that they already had a pretty decent defense. The last game of the season last year, obviously, they held the Chiefs to 28 points. I mean, that's a pretty good goddamn day. So, but I mean, I don't like. What can you say? Is it just Russell Wilson coming in with some growing pains, or was that finger that he dealt with last year, was that a bigger deal than it actually is, than we actually thought it was? I don't know. And then finally, before we go on to talking about week 2, I got to catch the Steelers breaking TJ Watt specifically. I mean, just holy cow, seemed to have his way. I mean, if that guy continues to improve the way that he is, we're talking about like the greatest linebacker of all time. I think, honestly, I don't want to keep it necessarily too hopeful. But I don't want to sound like his future could be incredibly promising, but he's fucking really good. I thought that he was going to go for that batted pass. I was like, as soon as he jumped up, I was like, yeah, he's going to bat the pass down. He came down with it. It's like, that's fucking incredible. So it's a good thing for the rest of the division that he tore his fucking pectoral muscle, or I don't know how serious it is. If they go for surgery, then he's out for the year. And then you're absolutely right. Before anybody even has to fucking say it, I missed on a lot. I'm fucking sitting there. I'm riding the wave. I got to be honest with you. I'm thinking, oh holy shit! I fucking picked the fucking Bills over the Rams. We're going fucking 16-0 this week, baby, and we very did not. So like one of the big whiffs was I thought the Cardinals might take it with a field goal. They got their asses knocked into the fucking dirt. There might be something to be said about. I saw a couple of TikToks that somebody was saying, you can tell just based off of this look that Kyler Murray does not check film at all, doesn't watch film, ever, at all. And then another one that if you look at these statistics for Kyler Murray, you can tell that when he plays when a Call of Duty comes out, he becomes noticeably worse because he's spending so much time playing the game, in theory anyway. So I don't know, but I don't know what are some of the big ones. I ended up getting the Browns correct. Thank God for them not calling the penalty for. I think they would have called that intentional grounding, because he pump faked, and you're not supposed to be able to do that. You're not supposed to be able to pump fake your spike and then spike it. You either have to spike it or you have to play the play. They didn't call that, so the Browns ended up winning, even if it was a little fraudulent. I'm gonna take it. I shouldn't, I know, but. And then the biggest gaffe, I think I gotta stay in New York with that one. Well, not in New York. You get the idea. The New York Giants beating the Tennessee Titans. That was surprising as all get out to me. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything else really surprising to talk about. Bucks beat the Cowboys. We knew that. I guess Dak is hurt. So like 6 to 8 weeks. If you thought that the Cowboys were going to go to the playoffs or win the division, and I would have guessed that, we got the best quarterback in the division. You got to think so. Well, he's out, so at least for fucking a month and a half. So, all right. So let's just roll into week 2. We're just gonna go game by game like we do. We're gonna see if we catch anything interesting. So the first game, the Thursday night game, that's the Chargers at the Chiefs. I guess it depends. If the Chiefs are on a warpath like they tried to prove in Arizona, then it's the fucking Chiefs all the goddamn way. But the Chargers do have some luck in Arrowhead. So, it's probably going to be the Chiefs, but who knows? Pats Steelers. I saw a money line. The Pats are actually getting a point here in Pittsburgh. Man, I don't know. That defense, even without TJ Watt, it was still playing pretty damn respectable football. Even if the offense leaves a little bit to be desired. I think I'm going to take the Steelers in that one. Panthers Giants. So the question is, can you just lean on Saquon like a lot of teams try to do with a lot of running backs that don't have a very good cornerback? I don't know. I don't think so. You can't come through with that like, gotcha, now it's a surprise. I think I'm going to take the Panthers, if only because, it wasn't like last week when I said Jacoby is a bit of a better quarterback than most people are giving him, that most people are trying to discredit him for. You're talking about Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield. It's a fucking Grand Canyon, the gap between the two of them. Jets Browns. I think it's the Browns. What is there really to talk about? Colts Jags. Divisional matchup in Florida, in Jacksonville. Wow, I don't know. I really don't know. I guess I'm going to go with the home team, but boy howdy, that's got to be a pick'em or close to it. I'll take the Jags by a field goal, I guess. Finns Ravens, the Ravens. Bucks Saints. Okay, so it's in New Orleans. And the Bucks have fucking incredible trouble with the Saints every goddamn year. And so this is going to sound insane to me. Insane to you. It's insane to me, obviously. It's going to sound insane. I think I'm taking the Saints. They just got Brady's number, I guess. I don't know. Commanders, Lions. Commanders? I really don't want to disbelieve. I don't want to not believe in the Lions. I know that they can be, I think they were down 38-21, and then brought it back to within a field goal before the game, expired. So I don't know. You spot your opponent double-digit leads. It's going to be difficult fare. So okay, Seahawks Niners. I really should have talked about it earlier, but the Niners and the Bears game I also watched, and that was. Holy cow, it was in a monsoon, so I don't want to be like, oh, Trey Lance threw an interception, so what does that mean, But it is worth saying that the Seahawks did win, so they got to be rolling off of some momentum. But I think it's the Niners, though. They're at home. They got an incredible front seven. You got to imagine Trey Lance plays better. Let's see. Falcons, Rams. Cardinals, Raiders. Okay, so we talked about it earlier. If there's anything to be said about Kyler Murray, it appears to be that he doesn't do his homework. And I gotta be honest with you, that's giving me a lot of pause. I think I'm taking the Raiders. Texans, Broncos. Are the Texans a good team, or did they get some week 1 luck? Broncos, I guess. Bengals, Cowboys. With Dak out, I don't think that there's much that the Cowboys can do. I think I'm taking the Bengals. Again, assuming that the Bengals aren't going to turn the ball over 5 fucking times. Bears Packers. Okay, well the Bears got a decent quality win, and the Packers shit their fucking pants. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Green Bay. Okay. It's your fucking home opener. All right. Titans, Bills, Vikings, Eagles. Okay, this is actually, this is probably one of the most looked forward to contests. I'm looking forward to this game. I think it'll be very, very close. Again, I know I'm going to go with the home team. If Kirk Cousins did anything this last week, it was show me that I need to fucking respect the Vikings. And I want to, but the Packers have this fucking weird way of coming out not sloppy, like actively bad in the beginning of seasons recently. Or at least in the LaFleur era. So, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. Probably just by a field goal or so. I don't know. We made it 16 minutes here. And I think that you got to just say, you know what? We did very well. Got some points out. Gave our thoughts about the upcoming games. But we appreciate you tuning in. You can always email me at GB-D2D@outlook.com. Hit me up on Twitter at GB_D2D. I don't know. I promise week 3. Well, you know what? Well, maybe I'll get back to you on Thursday. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about my thoughts on the game. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll get back to you here in a couple of days, and we'll do a little pre-Chargers Chiefs, a little droplet, just a little something, maybe a little 10-minute, just did some heavy research on the primetime game. I don't know. Don't hold me to anything, but maybe I'll do that. This one was just kind of it was a bit of a recap, sort of, whilst also saying some things about the game that I don't think I'm changing anybody's minds on anything, or like, oh, holy cow, what if Ramsey ain't that great of a cornerback anymore, But, so, anyway, take care. I will talk to you guys soon.